اليوم الخامس على التوالي للعملية البرية العسكرية على مخيم جباليا. الآن إطلاق النار على المواطنين الذين يحاولوا النزوح. أوضاع صعبة، حالة من هذا أبوي يلا ننسحب يا أبوي.
الآن نتحرك خارج هذه المنطقة.
On October 9th, 2024, Fadi Al-Wahidi was covering the Israeli ground invasion and bombardment of Jabalia. He was with a group of journalists from different media outlets when suddenly they came under fire. Al-Wahidi was hit in the neck and severely injured. He was evacuated to a hospital and fell into a coma. Both of his legs remain paralyzed to this day.
توجهنا أنا والزملاء في طاقم الجزيرة إلى منطقة الصفطاوي علما أنها منطقة آمنة. تفاجأنا بخروج طائرة ليكواد كابتا فتطلق النيران بشكل مباشر علينا. وقتها كان اغتيال مباشر إنه كان الطخ بشكل مباشر.
To reconstruct the events of that day, we analyzed all available social media footage, reviewed exclusive videos from the moment of the attack, and interviewed eyewitnesses. This video was filmed right before Al-Wahidi was struck. Some visual elements from buildings standing nearby helped us pinpoint the location. This grey building, with its rectangular roof split into two squares at different levels, could be this one on Al-Saftawi Street. A little further, a gas station and what looks like a warehouse in the background confirmed it. Another video that Al-Wahidi sent to us picks up at the same point. It shows him running down the streets to escape the attack. He stopped recording only a few meters away from where he fell and was then evacuated. One day prior to the attack, the Israeli army had issued a map of the areas to be evacuated due to the ongoing air and ground military operations. The location where the journalists were attacked was outside of this evacuation zone. Al-Wahidi was hit approximately 650 meters away from the red zone. Journalists on the scene reported clashes no closer than 1 kilometer away. At the time of the attack, Fadi Al-Wahidi, along with at least 3 other journalists, Islam Badr, Mahmoud Shaha, and Anas El-Sharif, were clearly identifiable as media workers. They were all wearing a press vest. In certain videos, some of them can be seen looking up at the sky and filming with their phones as if they were followed by a drone. All 5 witnesses we interviewed told us that Al-Wahidi was attacked by a quadcopter, which they recognized by its distinct sound. They were referring to a sniper drone, one that would fire single bullets automatically. But so far, no footage from that day shows the drone in question. A drone expert confirmed to our consortium that this technology exists today. Several companies have developed prototypes. Back in 2017, Israel's Defense Ministry revealed the development of weaponized drones, but their use has never been documented. When our partners from France 24 asked the Israeli army about the use of sniper drones in Gaza, they replied, "Unfortunately, this is not something we can discuss." Al-Wahidi's medical reports describe a single bullet wound entering the front of his neck, above his press vest, and exiting through his back. A forensic expert confirmed to us that this indicates the shot was fired from above. The Israeli army did not respond to our specific questions regarding the case of Al-Wahidi, but stated that they do not deliberately target journalists as such. After that, multiple requests were made to secure Al-Wahidi's evacuation. All of them were refused by the Israeli army. In December, the Israeli human rights organization Gisha submitted an urgent inquiry to the Israeli authorities on his behalf, receiving a response nearly a month later.
He was blocked for so-called security reasons. This is a response that is given across the board. It's given with no explanation, no detail about what the nature of the reasons are, what the block is about, and it makes it really impossible to challenge.
This opaque form of security block has even been applied to refuse a child's evacuation. The Israeli Army's department in charge did not respond to our questions. During the ceasefire, Al-Wahidi was finally evacuated to get treated in Egypt. But what was he prevented from telling us? In the north of the Gaza Strip, Jabalia housed Gaza's largest refugee camp, one of the most densely populated areas on Earth. Since the war began, the area has endured a siege within the siege. The camp was extensively bombed, its residents starved and forced to flee south. The October 2024 new Israeli incursion into the camp once again killed many civilians, including 2 journalists, and left many wounded, Al-Wahidi among them.
كنا وقتها بنعمل تقرير نزوح المواطنين من شمال غزة في ظل العملية البرية التي تعرض لها شمال قطاع غزة، وكانت هناك مناشدات تصلنا بأنه تم القصف بشكل عشوائي وبشكل مفاجئ على منازل المواطنين مما أدى إلى خروجهم دون حمل أمتعتهم.
فادي مواليد سكان الشمال، مواليد جباليا، فأخذ على عاتقه يعني إنه هذه رسالة إنه يؤديها ويظهر الصورة والرسالة من مكان ما هو عايش يعني.
To pursue Al-Wahidi's work, we interviewed residents and journalists who also fled the area in the fall of 2024. They described particularly horrific scenes. The camps turned into fields of rubble, bodies piling up, and extreme risks taken to obtain food. Journalist Khadija Ahmed recalled a 10-year-old child killed in front of his home by a missile, his body torn apart.
كانت امه لما شافت ابنها صارت تصرخ انه ابني فبدها تجيب جثته. لكم ان تتخيلوا يعني انه الام بس بدها على الاقل تنتشل جثته، لانه كان في كلاب وبسس تاكل من جثه ابنها قدام عيونها. وكل مره كانوا بيحاولوا الجيران انهم ينتشلوا جثه الطفل، كان الاحتلال بيتم استهدافه من خلال كواد كابتر ومن الدبابات.
Shahida Al-Aoul, 70 years old, was deeply affected by famine, but also by thirst, as the area suffered from severe shortages, with Israeli soldiers actively blocking access to resources.
شايفين إنه الطاقة هذه بتغذي البير، وشايفين لما نكون إحنا بنعبي مية من الشارع، فضربوا لي الطاقة حتى إنه يعني تنقطع الأحوال عندنا تماما، انقطعت المية.
Our investigative partner at RFI captured these images of destruction inside Jabalia in January 2025 while embedded with the Israeli army. Those who returned during the ceasefire were stunned by the extent of the devastation. Some could no longer recognize where their houses once stood. On March 13th, 2025, Fadi Al-Wahidi was transferred to Qatar to receive further treatment.